Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ninth grade English with Miss Martinez. And today we're going to be learning about Venn diagrams. So the first question is going to be, what is a Venn diagram? And a Venn diagram is an illustration that uses circles to show the relationships among things or finite groups of things. Circles that overlap have a commonality, while circles that do not overlap do not share those traits. So what do Venn diagrams represent? Venn diagrams help to visually represent the similarities and differences between two concepts. They have long been recognized for their usefulness as educational tools. In simpler words, a Venn diagram is used to show the similarities and differences between two things. So here you're going to be able to see an example of what a Venn diagram looks like. So on the left here we have dolphins, and then on the right we have fish. Right here in this green circle, we can see that it belongs to dolphins. And on this side of the circle, it says that dolphins breathe air, they have live birth, they are warm-blooded. Right here, we see that the fish is blue circle, and then they breathe water, lay eggs, and are cold-blooded. And then in the middle, we have that they can both swim, they're both aquatic, and they both have fins. So here again, we see the same image, and it states that on the left side is one topic, and on the right is another. So we see the two topics. In the two circles, you describe what's different between the two things you're comparing. So right here is going to be what's different, as well as right here is what's different. The water, the air, live birth, lay eggs, warm-blooded, cold-blooded. And then in the middle, where the circles overlap each other, you describe what's similar between these two things. So right here is going to be where they overlap, you can see, and then here's the things that's similar between them. So a better look at how to make a Venn diagram is right here, and this photo is not only important because it gives us more context, but you will also be quizzed on the photo. So remember which elements go where. Right here we have topic A, and here we have topic B. We have the same circle situation. Here we know that only the elements in A only come right here, and elements in B only will be placed right here in the outside of their own part of the circle. And then in the middle, it'll be elements in A and B. So make sure you take a good look at this because it's going to be something that you're quizzed on, but we will go over it in class when we see each other again. So now we're going to go over the homework. So for assignment 1 is going to be to answer the following questions. 1, what is a Venn diagram? 2, what do they represent? So feel free to go back in the video to make sure you get the right answer. I want to make sure that you are able to go back and get the correct answer written down because we will be going over it again in class. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but make sure that you have the gist of it written down so that if you don't, you can get it from either me or a classmate. And then assignment 2 for tonight is going to be to pick 2 topics you would like to make a Venn diagram of to compare and contrast. So whatever 2 topics you want, but just make sure that you have 2 of them ready for the next time we meet. And then lastly is to not forget to study the photo. I will post it in Canvas as well so that it's ready available to you and you don't have to keep going back in the video. But please make sure that you study it because you will be quizzed on it. Next is going to be our classroom activities. So our first classroom activity will be based on the topics I asked you to choose for homework. You will be making a Venn diagram to compare and contrast the topics you chose for homework. Once everyone is finished, you will present your Venn diagram to the class, discussing what you chose to do and what information is in each part of the diagram. So this is important. This is why it's important to pick a topic that you know you enjoy and that you know you'll be able to compare and contrast, because you will have to make your Venn diagram for it on your own. And it has to be something that you're able to come with at least 3 points of, for both the similarities, the differences, all that for each one. And again, you will be presenting this to your classmates. So make sure that it's something they would be interested in as well, or it's something that you can explain to them. And then our second classroom activity will be based on the photo I asked you to look at and memorize. I will give you the opportunity to ask any questions as always, and I will go over it in class one more time before I quiz you on it. I will be handing out a photo of a blank Venn diagram and ask you to label one circle A and the other circle B. So you'll have the two circles labeled A and B. And then I want you to label inside which elements go where. So remember, we saw elements A only in the left circle, elements B only in the right, and then elements A and B in the middle. So you will be expected to correctly fill out the inside of the left, middle, and right of the diagram for full points. But as always, we will go over it a lot. And as I mentioned before, I will be posting the photo in our Canvas, and it's also in the video if you want to go back and look at it. And lastly, I hope that you all enjoyed today's lesson and were able to learn something new. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at englishwithmartinez@school.com. I'm always here to help, and you are welcome to come early to our next class or stay after if in-person help is preferred. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. So remember to study for your quiz, complete your 2 homework questions, and please make sure to pick 2 things that you would like to compare and contrast and make a Venn diagram on for our next upcoming class. See you then.